100% Chelsea. Chelsea 1, Vidi 0. Oh, hi, Laurenz. I didn't see you there.
How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Yourself?
No, I'm good. First of all, it's great to be here. I missed a little bit of the game, which was a bit annoying. But I only missed Morata's sit, when he missed the sitter, really. No, overall, I mean, I said it in my live review. If you haven't seen it, check it out. No, I said it already. Like, we shouldn't have made that hard work of that. Mm-hmm. Like, the fact that Kepa had to make 2-3 very good saves for us to actually beat Vidi, that shouldn't be the case. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, all that really matters is us winning. We got the 6 points from the first 2 games. We're now, because, Bate lost to PAOK, we're now, top by ourselves. Yes, we only scored 2 goals, 2 clean sheets, but still only scored 2 goals. But at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Still, though, the performance wasn't great. And it only really got better when Hazard came on. And we all know that Hazard is the best player. We all know that Hazard is one of the best players in the world. But it's a bit of an issue of how it just doesn't work without him.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's not exactly great. I think that the fact that he had to come on so early as well, could this hinder us potentially against Southampton? Obviously, we saw that it caused a bit of an issue against West Ham as well. What do you think? Because it's a UK-based game, we should be okay.
I think because Hazard didn't even travel to Greece when we played PAOK, and then he didn't really do much against West Ham. Also down to West Ham having a good game, to be fair. Yeah. But I think he's fine. Like, Hazard has always played a lot of games. He had that little bit of a rest where Sarri didn't start in the first 2 games. So, after the World Cup, he had that bit of period where he didn't got, thrown straight into the mix, basically. So I think he'll be fine. He only played, 40 minutes, 35 minutes today or so. It's all right. And it didn't look like, the hardest work game for Hazard. Like, yes, he did, run, but it's not like he ran in some other games when it's a Premier League game. Like, he worked, but it's not like he ran his socks off, did he? Not criticism to Hazard, but I'm not saying it looked like the game that took the most energy out of him. But like I said earlier, without Hazard, and it doesn't really matter who else plays. Like the other 10 don't really matter that much, I feel like. Whether it's Giroud, yes, Giroud can help Hazard with, just letting the ball bounce to him, basically. Or whether it's Morata, or whether it's Willian or Pedro, or all the others in the midfield, whether it's Kovacic or Jorginho. I don't think that makes that much of a difference. Yes, there are players that are better and worse, and I think Pedro is better than Willian at the moment. By the way, why does Willian have to start 5 games in a row, including midweek games?
I don't understand
get
that. I don't get it.
I don't know whether, I don't get why...
Speaking of that, why was Callum Hudson-Odoi not being played today?
Exactly what I was going to say. Was he injured? Was he ill? I don't know.
Oh, he's fine.
But, why does he not make the bench? Okay, a PAOK got it. A PAOK got it. A PAOK got why he didn't start. He didn't come on, which I was annoyed about. Or they didn't even make the bench at PAOK, which, again, I didn't understand.
He travelled with the squad, didn't he?
Travelled, but didn't make the bench in the end, which, again, is very strange, just playing with the development squad then and giving game time. But, like I said, I don't get it. Why, drop Moses from the bench because he's useless. He's absolutely... People say he had a great first half at Liverpool. Yeah, against Alberto Moreno, who didn't play for about 6 months.
Yeah, that's true.
And he beat him, but he didn't do anything.
I know, I get it. I think the reason that he likes to use Victor Moses is he offers just that bit of durability, I guess, down the right-hand side.
I get, okay, to come on, fair enough.
Yeah.
But should that be the case what we need against Vidi? No.
Yeah, you're right.
Against, I don't know, bring him on against Liverpool when we need him in the end and we need some physique in there. Okay, fair enough, but not against Vidi. I think we always lack some directness when Pedro isn't playing with Hazard, most importantly. And I think Callum Hudson-Odoi provides that. Yes, I know he's only done it in pre-season, and all the other teams weren't to their best in pre-season either, whether that was Arsenal or Inter or any of the other teams. But still, he was in every single game our best player. Every single game of pre-season, Callum Hudson-Odoi was our best player. And I'm not going to criticise Sarri because we're unbeaten. We've drawn 2 games. Every other game we've won. So you can't criticise Sarri, and I also understand that at the start of his system, maybe he wants to stick to the players that he knows, and that he wants to first make sure that the main players understand the system and get the system and fully get it. Also under the strain of playing twice a week, and maybe and hopefully then he will use Ampadu and Callum Hudson-Odoi. But if he's not, it annoys me. I'm not going to, I'm not going to criticise Sarri for it because we can't criticise Sarri for it because, it took us a long time to criticise Conte for it. Yeah. We didn't criticise him 5 games in it. He didn't play any youth.
Yeah, I agree. I think I could see exactly where it come from. I think he may be just betting in the main squad, but also at Napoli he was renowned for not rotating his squad.
Except for Zielinski, who he started playing at Empoli, then he signed him for Napoli, and then he made him a starter at Napoli. So maybe it's a bit different because he made him at Empoli, but he could make Kalamazoo because not played basically any first team football anyway. So he could basically make him. So I don't think it's no one. It's the same with Rugani as well. He made him at Empoli, and then he, went to Juve and is not playing regularly, but playing for Juve anyway. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Morata scored, which is good. Will it help him? Probably not, because he scored against Arsenal and didn't do much since then. Although I think a lot of people are sometimes harsh on Morata. I think the main issue is him missing the chances, but I don't think that Giroud is any better. Giroud hasn't scored, by the way. Yeah. Like, people always say Giroud has to start. Yes, I know he helps Hazard, but he's still playing striker. And he hasn't scored a goal. Like, I know we criticise Morata for exactly that, not scoring.
But the difference between Giroud and Morata is Giroud's player linking up with everyone else is far superior to Morata's, and he suits the system far better.
But he didn't against West Ham, and he didn't against Liverpool. The last 2 games Giroud started, he did fuck all.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck all. I'm not even putting that, necessarily blaming Giroud for that, but it's just that the opponents know, all right, we close Giroud down, whether that was Van Dijk or whether that was Diop, I think it was for West Ham, always on him. As soon as he received the pass to basically let it bounce to Hazard or Willian or whoever, someone was on him to interrupt him, to take the ball off him straight away and not give him that space to control that layoff, basically. And if you do that with Giroud, what do you have? He's tall and strong. He can't finish. He's never been someone to finish since he left Liga, since he left Montpellier. He's never been someone to finish. He always had a great first touch and a great, layoff. We all know that Jack Wilshere goal for Arsenal with his, back heel and scorpion kick assist, whatever it was. We all know he can do that, but he can't run after a ball, which gives us lack of depth in a game, I think. Because we can never just send the striker to run after when we're being put under pressure. We can never try that. And against Van Dijk, that's why I wanted Morata to start versus Liverpool, because Giroud was never going to win a head against Van Dijk, and he didn't. So if Giroud can't use his height and strength, what does Giroud have? And that's my only issue. I'm not saying Morata's great, and that's where we are with the issue that we don't have good enough strikers.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a little conversation about this tomorrow. I'll release another video, because you're now with me for the next few days. He actually lives in my flat.
I'm a bit scared as well.
You're scared. I'm scared.
Of me?
Yeah, because you'll steal some shit. I don't
lovely.
fucking know. I don't know. Yeah, that's me. But anyway, guys, listen, what we'll do, we've got Jack, we've got Lewis, Laurenz. Listen, we're all here. We'll do a video. Giroud or Morata. Like that in the comments. Let's get 400 likes. Is that how many likes? Go on. You give me the like counter.
399.
399 likes. And we'll do that video on Giroud and Morata, and we'll release that tomorrow alongside Sad Bastard's Corner, where you can actually go. We'll film that in the pub where we do Sad Bastard's Corner, one. And alongside other stuff as well.
Should be out tomorrow as well, at some point.
You going to film that in the pub?
We can do.
Yeah, sound all right. Well, there's our set tomorrow. Guys, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.